letter arrived this morning with Paris written on the front. The mailbox held a small surprise, a postcard worn by time, a picture of the Eiffel Tower, and your handwriting beside. You wrote about the morning rain, the cafes by the river Seine, but somehow every single word made me feel you here again. I fell in love with your handwriting, the way you danced across the page. Every letter felt like sunshine, traveling from so far away. You were painting Paris for me, with every line you wrote so true. And somewhere between the ink and paper, I fell in love with you. Each week another postcard came from a different little street, stories of musicians playing and strangers that you'd meet. I kept them in a wooden box beside my bed at night, and every time I read them, the distance felt less wide. I fell in love with your handwriting, the way you danced across the page. Every letter felt like sunshine, traveling from so far away. You were painting Paris for me, with every line you wrote so true. And somewhere between the ink and paper, I fell in love with you. Maybe love can cross an ocean, maybe hearts can find a way. Maybe all those little postcards were bringing us together day by day. And though we lived in different worlds under different shades of blue, every word you ever sent me led me closer to you. I fell in love with your handwriting before I ever saw your face. Every postcard was a doorway to a warm and beautiful place. Now the distance is behind us, but I still keep those memories too, because somewhere between the ink and paper, I fell in love with you. Your last postcard is still here, folded gently by my side. books in the attic, covered by the dust of years. Inside was a letter I had written, filled with hopes and hidden fears. Your name was on the first line, my heart was in every word, but somehow I never mailed it, and you never knew what I felt. Maybe we were one letter away from forever, one brave moment away from a different life. Maybe all the stars were waiting for words I never dared to write. Now I'm holding faded pages while the midnight echoes through. Maybe we were one letter away from forever, and forever was you. I still remember that summer, the way you smiled across the room. Every little conversation felt like flowers learning to bloom. But I kept my feelings hidden, afraid to lose what we had. Now the silence tells the story of the chance I never grabbed. Maybe we were one letter away from forever, one brave moment away from a different life. Maybe all the stars were waiting for words I never dared to write. Now I'm holding faded pages while the midnight echoes through. Baby, we were one letter away from forever, and forever was you. If I could go back to that evening, I'd leave my fears behind. I'd place that letter in your hands and finally speak my mind. Maybe we were one letter away from forever, one small step away from something true. But even after all these years, my heart still runs to you. Now the ache is slowly fading, but the memories still shine through. Maybe we were one letter away from forever, and forever was you. I've been searching through the silence, trying hard to understand. Then you found me in the moonlight and gently took my hand. You are the glow in the You are the brightest light of all. Stay with me tonight, never let me go. In your arms I finally know that with you I'm safe, I'm free. Your love's the only place I want to be. Stay with me tonight and make it right. With you everything's alive. In your love I find my life. Stay with me tonight. When the flowers sway around us in the gentle midnight breeze, I can feel my worries fading like the whispers through the trees. You are the peace in my soul. In your love I feel so whole, that with you I'm not afraid. In your arms the shadows fade. Stay with me tonight, never let me go. In your arms I finally know that with you I'm safe, I'm free. Your love's the only place I wanna be. Stay with me tonight and make it right. With you everything's alive. In your love I find my life. Stay with me tonight. When the stars shine softly and the world stands still, you remind me dreams are always real. In your love I'll always stay, forever and a day. Stay with me tonight. With you everything's alive. In your love I find my life. Stay with me through, don't let me go. With you I found a love that's all I've ever known. We weren't celebrating anything. It was just another Tuesday night. The dishes were still in the sink. The radio played somewhere low. The city lights outside the window painted silver on the floor. You were humming to the music while making coffee for two. And somehow in that ordinary moment I couldn't stop looking at you. No fancy restaurants, no candlelit view, just a simple evening spent with you. Slow dancing in the kitchen, barefoot on the tile, turning an ordinary nights like this tonight. The world kept moving outside us, people chasing bigger dreams, but happiness was standing right here in the middle of simple things. Your laughter filled the silence like my favorite melody, and every step we took together felt exactly where I should be. Maybe love isn't grand, maybe love isn't new, maybe love is just moments like these with you. Slow dancing in the kitchen, barefoot on the tile, turning an ordinary evening into something worth 1,000 miles. Slow dancing in the kitchen with your arms around me tight. Who needs a perfect fairy tale when I have nights like this tonight? Years from now we'll still remember not the places that we went, but little moments full of laughter and how beautifully they meant. The world may change around us, the seasons may come and go, but I'll always find forever in the way you hold me close. Slow dancing in the kitchen like we're the only ones alive, finding little pieces of heaven in an ordinary life. Slow dancing in the kitchen while the moonlight fills the room, and if this is what forever feels like, I never want it ending soon. Slow dancing in the kitchen, that's where my heart belongs. We weren't celebrating anything, it was just another Tuesday night, but somehow it became one of my favorite memories. I still remember that summer. You rode down Maple Street every morning with sunlight dancing in your hair. That old blue bicycle kept rolling like it didn't have a single care. I'd watch from my bedroom window, pretending not to notice you, but every day my heart kept racing whenever that blue bicycle came into view. You rode away, but you never left my heart, like a song that never fades, a summer written in the sunlight and painted in 1,000 shades. Though the years keep moving forward and the seasons all move on, you rode away, but you never left my heart. The memory still rides along. We spent our afternoons together, chasing shadows through the park, talking about forever before we knew how fragile hearts are. bicycle bell, it takes me back to the start. You rode away, but you never left my heart. Like a song that never fades. Ooh, summer written in the sunlight and painted in a thousand shades. Though the years keep moving forward and the seasons all move on, you rode away, but you never left my heart. The memory still rides along. Maybe first love never leaves us. Maybe it stays beneath the skin. Not because we want it back, but because of who we've been. Every road has led me somewhere. Every dream has played its part. But sometimes I still see that blue bicycle riding through my heart. You rode away, but you never left my heart. Like the summer sky at dusk, 1,000 moments left behind, covered softly in the dust. Though the years keep moving forward and the world keeps spinning on, you rode away, but you never left my heart. The memory still rides along. Some summers end, but some never really do.
The funny thing about time, it never slows down unless I'm with you. Morning light falls through the curtains, painting shadows on the floor. The world keeps racing all around us, but I don't feel it anymore. People hurry past our window, chasing dreams they cannot see, while one quiet conversation feels like forever to me. Every little smile you give me, every heartbeat, every touch, turns a single passing second into something so much more. You make time slow down, every moment lasts somehow. When you're here beside me, nothing else exists but now. You make time slow down, like the world forgets to move. Every second becomes forever, every heartbeat leads to you. We've watched sunsets without speaking, counting colors in the sky. Somehow hours disappear slowly, like they never had to fly. Every laugh becomes a memory, every glance becomes a song. Even silence sounds like music whenever you come along. Some people spend their whole lives trying to hold on to the day. I only need your hand in mine to make the hours stay. You make time slow down, every moment lasts somehow. When you're here
captured by the moments that we never wanna disappear. You make time slow down like forever stars tonight. Every dream I've ever carried finally feels right. You make time slow down. Every sunrise feels brand new. And if life keeps moving forward, I'll keep walking next to you. You make time slow down just by loving me the way you do. The funny thing about time, it never really stopped. It was my heart learning how to stay.
Autumn always knew how to change the trees. It just never knew how to change me until you smile. Golden leaves across the sidewalk, drifting with the afternoon. The sky was wrapped in shades of amber beneath an early harvest moon. You walked quietly beside me, hands hidden in your coat. The world felt slow enough to hear every word you never spoke. Maybe seasons aren't just weather, maybe hearts can change that way. One smile can become a sunrise on the coldest autumn day. When autumn learned your smile, even the leaves began to dance. Every breeze became a love song, every glance another chance. When autumn learned your smile, the whole sky turned to gold. Somehow every fallen leaf found a story to be told. When autumn learned your smile, it taught my heart to bloom. Old cafes with fogged up windows, steam rising from my cups. Your laughter warmed the evening long before the sun gave up. Streetlights slowly filled the silence like stars upon the ground. Every ordinary heartbeat became my favorite sound. People say that spring means hope, but I believe it's true. Autumn became beautiful the day it carried you. When autumn learned your smile, even the leaves began to dance. Every breeze became a love song, every glance another chance. When autumn learned your smile, the whole sky turned to gold. Somehow every fallen leaf found a story to be told. When autumn learned your smile, it taught my heart to bloom. from now we'll walk together down these quiet autumn streets, watching little hands beside us playing through the scattered leaves. We'll smile at old September like an old familiar friend, because every falling season will lead us back again. When autumn learned your smile, every sunset burned more bright, every fading afternoon found another reason for its light. When autumn learned your smile, forever found its place. Now every season that I live still carries your embrace. When autumn learned your smile, it quietly became my favorite season. Autumn still comes. Year after year, but now every fallen leaf looks a little more like love.
Every Tuesday at the same time, you'd sit across the room from me, reading pages of old novels, lost inside your own daydreams. I never thought we'd start talking, I never thought you'd know my name. But one rainy afternoon, everything began to change. It started at the table by the window, with 2 coffees growing cold, 100 little conversations and stories slowly told. You turned ordinary moments into memories I can't forget. And every time I see the rain, I remember when we met. Now the city keeps on moving, and the seasons come and go, but I still hear your laughter like a song I used to know. Every corner of that cafe still reminds me of those days when we found something beautiful in the most unexpected way. It started at the table by the window, with 2 coffees growing cold, 100 little conversations and stories slowly told. You turned ordinary moments into memories I can't forget. And every time I see the rain, I remember when we met. Maybe love doesn't arrive with fireworks in the sky. Sometimes it walks in quietly and changes your whole life. Started at the table by the window, where 2 strangers became home. And even if the years go by, I'll never be alone. You turned ordinary moments into memories I can't forget. And every time I see the rain, I remember when we met.
feels like the sky is singing.
Tiny rivers on the window, silver dancing down the glass. People run beneath umbrellas, trying to escape the clouds. But you stop to watch the raindrops like they're stars that learn to fall, smiling at the quiet beauty hidden inside it all. You never try to change the weather or chase the clouds away. You simply showed my heart another way to see the day. The way you look at the rain makes the whole world shine. Every falling drop becomes a little piece of light. The way you look at the rain makes gray skies feel blue. I never knew a storm could feel so beautiful with you. The way you look at the rain taught my heart to bloom. One umbrella, two slow footsteps splashing through the empty streets. Every puddle holds reflections of the life we're meant to keep. Your hand fits softly into mine, like it always knew the way, turning ordinary weather into our favorite day. Maybe love isn't sunshine every single afternoon. Maybe love is finding magic beneath the quiet monsoon. The way you look at the rain makes the whole world shine. Every falling drop becomes a little piece of light. The way you look at the rain makes gray skies feel blue. I never knew a storm could feel so beautiful with you. The way you look at the rain taught my heart to bloom. Years from now, if storms return and darker skies appear, I'll remember how you smiled instead of showing fear. Because love was never waiting for perfect days to start. It quietly found forever inside an open heart. The way you look at the rain still fills my soul with light, turning every cloudy morning into something bright. The way you look at the rain will never fade away, because you taught my heart to find the sun in every gray. The way you look at the rain is the way I'll always look at life. The rain never changed, only I did. Because love doesn't always bring sunshine. Sometimes it teaches you how beautiful the rain has always been.
I wasn't looking for a memory, then your song came on. Driving through an empty highway, half asleep beneath the stars, searching through the radio stations, trying to outrun my heart. Then a melody appeared, like a ghost from years ago. And suddenly the miles around me became somewhere I used to know. That song on Channel 7 took me back to you tonight, back to all those summer evenings beneath the dashboard lights. I thought I left those memories somewhere far behind, but that song on Channel 7 brought you back to life. Every lyric felt familiar, every note a photograph, every chorus carried pieces of a love we thought would last. The road kept moving forward, but my heart stayed in the past, listening to the soundtrack of a moment built to last. Maybe songs remember people long after they're gone. Maybe love becomes a melody we keep carrying on. That song on Channel 7 still echoes in my mind, and every time I hear it, I leave the years behind. Some songs never end.
You arrived with the summer wind and a smile I couldn't ignore. Suddenly every sunset felt brighter than before. Barefoot footprints in the sand, laughing as the daylight fell. Some memories stay forever, and I know this one will. July sunset, painting gold across the sea. You were standing right beside me, like you were meant to be. Every wave keeps bringing back the way you looked that night beneath the July sunset. Everything felt right. Now the summer's long behind us, and and the shoreline feels changed somehow. But whenever I close my eyes, I can still see us now. The colors, the laughter, the promise in your eyes. Some moments never leave us, no matter how much time goes by. July sunset, painting gold across the sea. You were standing right beside me, like you were meant to be. Every wave keeps bringing back the way you looked that night beneath the July sunset. Everything felt right. Maybe forever isn't measured by how long two people stay. Maybe it's the memory that never fades away. July sunset still shining in my soul. A single summer evening that somehow made me whole. Mm. 5 minutes before closing, and then you walked in. I've been counting chairs and tables, getting ready to go home. Another quiet evening ending, just me working there alone. The coffee machines were silent, the lights were turning low. Then the door swung open slowly, and everything began to glow. Love walked in 5 minutes before closing time. When I thought the day was through, just one unexpected moment, and suddenly there was you. I wasn't looking for forever, I wasn't waiting for a sign, but love walked in 5 minutes before closing time, and changed this heart of mine. You ordered something simple and stayed talking for a while. The kind of conversation that starts with a simple smile. Outside the streets were empty, inside the hours flew by. And somehow in those small moments you became my favorite surprise. Love walked in 5 minutes before closing time. When I thought the day was through, just one unexpected moment, and suddenly there was you. I wasn't looking for forever, I wasn't waiting for a sign, but love walked in 5 minutes before closing time, and changed this heart of mine. Funny how life keeps reminding us that timing has its own design. Sometimes the best chapters closing time. Like a dream I never knew. What started as a quiet evening became the story of me and you. Now every night when we lock the door, I still think about that night when love walked in 5 minutes before closing time, and everything felt right. 5 minutes before closing, the best thing in my life arrived.
The station lights were fading, and so were you. The clock was almost midnight, the platform nearly bare. 1,000 things I wanted to say were hanging in the cold night air. You smiled and held your ticket like any ordinary day, but something deep inside me knew this moment wouldn't stay. I watched the last train take you away, while all my words got lost in the night. Standing beneath those station lights, trying to hold on to the side. Maybe love was right there waiting, just one heartbeat from the start. But I watched the last train take you away before I could give you my heart. Now every night I pass that station, the memories come rushing back like echoes bouncing through the darkness along those endless railroad tracks. I still see your reflection in every window shining through, and every train that leaves this city feels a little bit like you. I watched the last train take you away, while all my words got lost in the night. Standing beneath those station lights, trying to hold on to the side. Maybe love was right there waiting, just one heartbeat from the start. But I watched the last train take you away before I could give you my heart. If I could relive that moment, I'd run before the doors could close. I'd tell you every hidden feeling that only silence knows. Maybe you'd smile and stay, maybe you'd still leave anyway, but at least I know I didn't let love slip away. I watched the last train take you away, but your memory never left my side. Every lonely mile I've traveled still carries that goodbye. Maybe some stories end too early, maybe some dreams fall apart, but I'll always remember that last
station lights are fading, but I still see you there.
I didn't notice it at first, but somehow you were always there. Looking through old photographs scattered across my floor tonight, I found your face in the background of moments I'd forgotten with time. At the school fair in September, at a concert in the rain. It's funny how our stories crossed before I knew your name. Like pieces of a puzzle, waiting years to fit. Like fate was drawing lines we couldn't see. It was always somehow you in every chapter of my life. Every road I thought was random was leading me to your light. I spent years searching for forever, never knowing what was true. Now I look back and realize it was always somehow you. You were standing in the crowd the summer that I moved away. A stranger passing by my story, just a heartbeat from my face. And I was sitting here together, laughing about the years gone by, finding all the little moments where our worlds pass side by side. Some things take a lifetime before they make sense, and some hearts find each other exactly when they're meant. It was always somehow you in every chapter of my life. Every road I thought was random was leading me to your light. I spent years searching for forever, never knowing what was true. Now I look back and realize it was always somehow you. Maybe love doesn't arrive all at once like people say. Maybe it grows quietly through 1,000 yesterdays. And every step that brought me here, every dream I wandered through, was preparing me to finally meet you. It was always somehow you, the answer hidden in plain sight. The face that kept appearing through the seasons of my life. And if I could relive everything, there's nothing I wouldn't do, because every road led me to always somehow you. I
didn't notice it at first, but somehow you were always there.
Sometimes I wonder if love had a sound, would it sound like you? I've heard the ocean in the summer, I've heard the rain against my roof, I've heard the city after midnight, and 1,000 songs of truth. But none of them could ever capture what my heart is trying to do. Every time the silence breaks and I'm talking with you. Maybe some feelings are too beautiful for words alone somehow. Maybe they become a melody the moment they're felt out loud. If love had a sound, I think it would sound like you. Soft as a whisper in the evening, bright as the morning breaking through. If love had a sound, it would play inside my soul, like the sweetest kind of music, making broken pieces whole. Maybe it would sound like laughter floating through an open door, or your voice saying my name the way I've never heard before. And maybe it would sound like heartbeats finding rhythm side by side, like two lonely songs becoming one under the same sky. Some melodies are written, some are simply found, and every time I'm near you, I hear that perfect sound. If love had a sound, I think it would sound like you. Soft as a whisper in the evening, bright as the morning breaking through. If love had a sound, it would play inside my soul, like the sweetest kind of music, making broken pieces whole. Years from now, when we're older, and every season has gone by, I know I'll still hear your melody whenever I close my eyes. Because some songs last forever, even when the music fades, and your love will keep on playing through every passing day. If love had a sound, the whole world would sing along, because every beat inside my heart has carried you all along. If love had a sound, it would be the song we made, two hearts finding harmony in every note we gave. If love had a sound, it would sound like you. Sometimes I wonder if love had a sound. Maybe I've been hearing it all along.